You can work with a client who is ignorant. You can overlook a client's arrogance. But when that client becomes arrogantly ignorant, you allow them learn from this story. You know how you admire a beautiful baby, but you can tell that that baby is the product of two partners coming together, right? The same thing happens in construction.
How?
That building which you currently admire is the product of several partners coming together. The architects, the engineers, the surveyors, and the likes. These guys basically come together in professional matrimony and they give birth to that wonderful structure which you currently admire. This is a knowledge which a client who I'll call Mr. X actually claims to possess. Somewhere in the eastern part of Nigeria, towards the later part of 2023, Mr. X decides to erect a duplex, and he's got the money, he's got the means, and it's perfectly okay. In fact, he does the first applaudable step, which is employing the services of these professionals in the construction industry. These guys come up and they draft up their plans, which is actually the first phase of every construction, the design phase. The architects, the structural engineers, the mechanical engineers, the electrical engineers, they draft up their plans and they hand over these designs to Mr. X. However, things took a different turn when these guys actually completed their designs and handed it over to our client. Mr. X decides that he's going to take on the execution all by himself. Reason being that he's been building for some time, even though he's not a professional, and he's got the gift of building. That's like the dumbest thing in the 21st century. Everyone goes to their tents, nobody hears from this guy for the next couple of months. Fast forward to the 2025, somewhere around February, and this guy just starts bombarding the engineer. You see, in construction, when you have a collapse, the first person who receives the blame is the structural engineer.
I'm going through a lot of problems.
Reason being that he is responsible for creating the skeletal frame of the structure. He does this by preparing something known as the general arrangement. The general arrangement basically is a layout of every element of the building, every load-bearing element. And basically with this layout, every other thing is built around it. If the layout is altered, if the layout is shifted, if an element is taken out of position, you're basically setting yourself up for a loud crash.
God have mercy.
The engineer rushes to site and discovers the catastrophic mess. And upon close assessment, it turns out that our client, the client with the gift of building, had actually altered the general arrangement of the structural engineer, loads to the structure, and basically set himself up for the collapse. After pointing all this out to the client, he bows his head in shame and is like, wow. But I thought I had the gift of healing. Well, the gift of construction has manifested as destruction. What's the catch? Your building needs more than bricks to stand. It needs brains. You're not a professional. Expertise blends well with experience. Don't run with experience alone. Allow the professionals to do their job. This is Sixtus from GL Homes, and I say, build with sense.